Hello everyone, welcome to Maan Technology. In the last tutorial, I gave you an idea about some of the tools of Adobe Illustrator software and said that I will discuss the rest of the tools in the next tutorial. So let's start. I have already opened the software and took an artboard. Today we'll start with the type tool. What is type tool? Type tool in Illustrator is one of the most widely used tools for creating typographical designs or text for digital or print designs, ads, etc. Find in the left-hand toolbar, the type tool is inarguably one of the most important tools within Adobe Illustrator. With it, you can type outline, horizontal, text or align text to follow a vector path. To name just a few functions like area type tool, type on a path tool, vertical type tool, vertical area type tool, vertical type on a path tool. Once activate, click and drag a text to act as a boundary for your text. Like first I click on type tool. If you select an area, the text automatically input in it like this. If we increase the font size, we'll see the texture. I remove it and again select type tool and click remove, and you can type this like. You can control this text, this right side panel. You can increase or decrease the font size, increase or decrease line height, increase or decrease font weight. Then we select area type tool. To pick an area type tool, first pick an area. So I select ellipse tool and draw a circle. Obviously, when we draw a circle, we remember one thing. When we draw a circle, we just hold down the shift button on your keyboard and then we will draw a circle. So I draw a circle and I change the color palette and select a red color or a yellow color. If we now select area type tool and select area, oh, that's good. The text is placed in the circle very easily. So now we put it aside. Then now I select type on a path tool. Before selecting the type on a path tool, we need to take a step before like that. Again I select ellipse tool and draw a circle. Then I swap fill to stroke. I increase the stroke size. Then I select type on a path tool and click. Now we can edit this text easily. If we increase the font size, we can see it easily. So this is the difference of type area tool and type on a path tool. Then there's the vertical type tool. If we select vertical type tool and drag, so we can see the text like that. If I edit it, like I will text in Maan technology. We don't need to use the vertical type tool much. Then we see vertical area type tool is like that area type tool and vertical type on a path tool, and it's also like that type on a path tool. So I select the every object and remove to the type tool. This is the line segment tool. Its function is that if an object needs to be divided horizontally or vertically, the line can be easily done. Again, I select a rounded rectangle tool and draw a shape. Then I change a color. Then I select selection tool, and then I select line segment tool and line a draw in this rectangle. Then I click selection tool and I select to this object and make a group. Then I go to Pathfinder panel and then select divide. The line tool are remove. Then I make this rectangle ungroup. We can see this object is split part. So the line segment tools is very interesting and very easy to use. Then next we can see the shape tool like rectangle tool, rounded rectangle tool, ellipse tool, polygon tool, star tool. So we will know more or less how all these tools work, but I'm just showing some interesting twist of the polygon tool. Firstly, I select polygon tool and draw a polygon shape. It's move, but when we hold a shift button, it's fixed and will not move. Now the interesting thing is the triangles can be drawn very easily with the polygon tool. Okay, let's do this. First, again select polygon tool and click. Then here we can see side 6. If we remove the 6 and input 3 and then OK, we can easily make a triangle. Triangles can be drawn similarly with the star tool. I select a star tool and make a triangle easily. You may not get it like this. I have selected from the side number, so it shows a triangle. If you don't get it, then delete the side number and in the same way as the polygon tool. If I increase 5 and OK, it will like a star. I think you all understand very well. I select all the object and remove everything. Then we can see now paintbrush tool. The paintbrush tool is the toolbar is used to create form a path that can have a more hand-drawn feel. With the paintbrush tool, you can draw a path and apply a brush to the stroke at the same time to give paths an artistic look, like calligraphy for instance. Okay. Then there's sharper tool, pencil tool, smooth tool, path eraser tool. We don't use these tools much for design, so we will move next. Then here eraser tool. If I select eraser tool and click, then will remove easily a shape. So now I remove all the objects. Now if I draw a circle and try to erase it, okay, and try to erase it with the eraser tool, it erases like this, but using it in this way takes us more time and doesn't get the job done perfectly. I beg is Ctrl Z on your keyboard. So in that case, holding down Alt on your keyboard then can erase very easily like that. I think it's clear to all. Then there's the eyedropper tool and gradient tool, which are used for design. Since we are talking about basic tools, so I'm not talking about any advanced tools. So lastly, we can see eyedropper tools uses, how to use eyedropper tools and how to use gradient tools. First we're talking about eyedropper tool. Eyedropper tool allows you to sample or eyedrop a specific color from part of an image. Example, if I draw a rectangle and I change the circle color yellow and then select the rectangle and select eyedropper tool on this color, I click, easily change the rectangle color. So you can apply the sampled color to another object on the Illustrator canvas like that. Now we're talking about gradient tool. Gradients are gradations of colors, tints or shades of the same color. By using gradients in your artwork, you can blend colors or add volume and light to vectors objects. Okay, select gradient and here we can see gradient plate. Then I select linear gradient and it will look like this. The next is radial gradient, then next freedom gradient. Normally we can use linear and radial gradient tool. So firstly I select linear gradient, then I change the color by using the gradient tool, the gradient panel or the control panel. You can create, apply and modify gradients. So I modified the color. I double click on the point and select red color. Then in this point I select eyedropper tool and take this color. This is the uses how to use gradient tools. I hope the tutorial will be useful for you and you have understood everything very well. If you have any problem to understand somewhere, then definitely let me know in a comment. If you haven't subscribed to Maan Technology channel, please subscribe now and keep clicking on the bell button next to it to get our video first in your notification. So stay well everyone, and I will be back with the next tutorial.